One of Scotland's most respected and widely admired rugby union figures, Scott Hastings, has passed away at the age of 61, leaving behind a legacy that stretches far beyond the pitch and into the hearts of fans, teammates, and the wider sporting community. His death marks the end of an era for Scottish rugby, as he was not only a key part of some of the nation's most memorable sporting achievements, but also a figure who continued to contribute to the game long after his playing days were over. Hastings, known for his skill, intelligence, and leadership in the game, was part of a generation that helped shape Scotland's rugby identity on the international stage. Throughout his career, Scott Hastings stood out as a player of remarkable consistency and determination. He, alongside his brother Gavin Hastings, became a central part of one of Scotland's most celebrated rugby moments when the national team secured a Grand Slam in the 1990 Five Nations Championship. That achievement remains one of the highest points in Scottish rugby history, and Scott's role in that triumph ensured his name would be remembered for generations. The partnership between the Hastings brothers became symbolic of Scotland's strength during that period, representing unity, resilience, and a shared commitment to excellence on the field. In 2022, Scott Hastings revealed that he had been diagnosed with cancer, specifically non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, a condition that required ongoing treatment but was described as incurable. His openness about his diagnosis was met with widespread sympathy and support from across the rugby world and beyond. Despite the seriousness of his condition, Hastings faced his illness with the same determination and courage that had defined his sporting career. His journey through treatment became a quiet but powerful reflection of his strength of character, as he continued to remain connected to the sport and the causes he cared deeply about. A statement released on Sunday by his children, Corey and Carrie-Anne, confirmed the heartbreaking news of his passing. In their message, they shared that Scott had died peacefully on the morning of Sunday, 17 May, surrounded by his family. The timing of his passing carried an emotional weight for the family, as it coincided with the birthday of his late wife Jenny, a detail they described as deeply meaningful, suggesting a sense of connection and reunion beyond loss. The family's words reflected both sorrow and comfort, acknowledging the pain of the moment, while also expressing a belief that he was now reunited with his beloved Jenny. The statement also explained that Scott had been undergoing treatment for cancer, but his condition deteriorated rapidly due to complications. Despite the best efforts of the medical team at the Western General Hospital's intensive care unit, his health declined quickly, and he passed away peacefully and without pain. The family expressed their gratitude for the care he received, recognizing the dedication and compassion of the healthcare professionals who supported him during his final moments. At the same time, they asked for privacy, requesting space to grieve and process their loss away from public attention, emphasizing the need for calm during an intensely difficult period. They also indicated that further information would be shared in due course to properly honor and celebrate Scott Hastings' life, suggesting that while the immediate focus was on mourning, there would later be a time for reflection on his achievements, contributions, and the lasting impact he made, both within and outside of rugby. Scott Hastings' rugby career was defined by excellence at both club and international levels. Playing for Watsonians in his hometown of Edinburgh, he developed into one of Scotland's most dependable and skilled players. His performances at club level earned him recognition and ultimately led to his selection for the national team, where he went on to earn 65 caps for Scotland. Each appearance reflected his commitment to representing his country with pride and determination, and he became known as a player who consistently delivered in high-pressure situations. His talent and reputation also earned him selection for the British and Irish Lions, one of the highest honors in rugby union. Hastings toured with the Lions twice, in 1989 and again in 1993, further cementing his status as one of the leading players of his generation. Being chosen for the Lions is widely regarded as recognition of elite ability, and Hastings' inclusion in multiple tours highlighted the respect he commanded across the rugby world. These experiences not only showcased his abilities on an international stage, but also placed him among some of the finest players in the sport during that era.